When it comes to my management philosophy stems from fundamental human concepts that not only makes you a better human being, but better at doing your job. Using concepts like honesty, respect, empathy, determination, and equality has allowed me to thrive in my job and in my life. I'm a person that works towards excellence, and I've learned in the classroom and in the real world things that would make me an excellent manager, because I realize that management isn't only about overseeing people and their work, but it's allowing them to contribute to their work and their company. The number one thing that I prioritize when it comes to my work is time management. And at the core of my time management are the 4 fundamental functions of management, which are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Planning has allowed me to outline what things that I need to do daily and to anticipate the daily stressors of my work and my life. Organizing allows me to bring people and resources together to accomplish my goals. Leading allows me to motivate and encourage people to finish what is needed to be finished. Finally, controlling allows me to monitor my group's progress and to make sure that things get done. I also prioritize understanding what kind of culture that my work uses to get things done. Whether it's an adaptability culture, where I understand that work culture encourages innovation and technology, or an achievement culture, where it mainly focuses on performance. Or what about an involvement culture that promotes teamwork, or consistency culture that values order. I understand that I need to recognize and identify the right work culture that a company uses to get myself set up for success, to live to a company's mission and values, because if I don't do that, then I would be way off topic and not in line with the company's values, and then I might lose my job. On top of understanding the work culture of an organization, I understand the importance of being globally aware and sensitive of people's cultures that are different than mine. Growing up as a kid, I learned the golden rule, which is to treat people how they want to be treated. And I believe that it is no different in a work environment. Being able to understand people's beliefs and cultures not only allows you to become more cognitively aware of who that person is truly, but it allows your company to become more of a team. And having a closer knit team allows you to have more success. One instance of this occurring is the Florida Panthers, who are the most recent Stanley Cup champion as of April 2025. Bill Zito, the general manager of the team, was interviewed immediately after winning the cup, and he was asked what made the team so successful. Zito in that interview emphasized that the team had a family-like bond, and he believed that it was crucial to their success in winning the Stanley Cup. I believe that creating a family-like atmosphere like that allows you to be closer to your coworkers and to generate long-term success for your company. Aside from creating a family-like work environment, I also stress the importance of being an ethical leader. Leaders must do what is legally right, but also morally right. And I plan on establishing an organization that builds trust and integrity in the community by establishing a code of ethics, providing ethics training to uphold our mission statement beliefs, and supporting whistleblowers to make the company better. Take W. Mark Felt, who, if you're not aware, helped to leak the wrongdoings of the Watergate scandal that Nixon was a part of. And he was in the full front of that in President Nixon's time. He really didn't have to leak information about Nixon's involvement in the Watergate scandal, especially with his pedigree and his title in the FBI. But he realized what Nixon was doing was wrong, and he did the right thing in leaking that information. And eventually Nixon was forcibly resigned. Besides that, Besides being an ethical leader, I also emphasize the need for structure in my work. Using things that I learned in the classroom, like the SWOT analysis, helps me to have an organized approach in goal setting, identifying challenges, and capitalizing on opportunities that arise. I also rely on an informed decision-making process where I can clearly identify problems that arise in my life, and that I can come up with solutions to those problems, and then I can also get feedback to improve on my decision-making as well. Finally, I want to be a manager that anyone can come up with their problems and to help them to the best of my ability. Whether they're going through personal problems outside of work or they're just going through the daily stressors of life, I want to be a resource that they can rely on and that they feel safe in confiding in. I learned in one of my psychology classes that the number one thing that you want to feel towards people who are mentally ill is empathy. Because you don't know what people are really going through, and that you want to understand and help those people get better. And that's how I want to help people at the workplace. Overall, my management philosophy blends structure with empathy, analytics with ethics, and vision with action. I strive to be a manager who inspires, guides, and grows with my team while staying committed to excellence and integrity. And that is my philosophy statement.